Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to New RPG News. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, from some brand new releases to some really cool announcements to some mystery games coming out to Xbox to even some RPGs becoming like animes and movies and stuff. So a lot of stuff here to cover, and I do think that is worth a sub, as I do try my hardest to get 100,000 subscribers. With your help, your like, and your sub, I know that I can get there. Thank you so much for that. And now, let's start off with our top story. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming to PC. They have a new features trailer out. This, of course, is coming out on January the 23rd, and the PC version features improved lighting, enhanced visuals, DualSense wireless controller support, NVIDIA DLSS functionality for faster frame rates and upscaled image quality, numerous graphical options including 3 presets, a customizable on-screen NPC count to best suit your PC specifications, and mouse and keyboard support. So if you are looking forward to this game and you don't have a PS5, you've never been able to play it, now you can, because just about everybody has a PC. We have a new trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, with new details on what to expect in the remastered sci-fi RPG that I am so looking forward to. Y'all have no idea. I never got a chance to play this game back on the Wii U because I didn't have a Wii U. I was waiting for, more RPGs to come out for the system, and this was pretty much about it that came out for it. So I was like, no, I've been burned before with the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation Vita and some other consoles where I was like, oh, there's not enough RPGs, to justify the purchase. So I never actually did buy this one. So now I'm finally going to get a chance to play it and complete my playthrough of the Xenoblade games. I played all the other ones, just not this one right here. So it says that this one has enhanced visuals, added story elements, new characters, new skill mechs to unlock, and more. The year is 2054. Earth has been destroyed by an intergalactic war between 2 alien races, and humanity is on the brink of annihilation. A small number of survivors aboard the USS White Whale crash land on the vast and untamed planet Mira. Now it falls to you as a member of the new Los Angeles Colony's Blade organization to help bring humanity back from the edge of extinction. So this looks really cool. I love how they say that there's new characters as well. So this really is the definitive version. This isn't just like an upscaled, remastering of it. This is the real deal. They're really adding in a lot more content here into this one. I cannot wait for March to come around. That is whenever it comes out, right? March 20th. March 20th is whenever it comes out for the Switch. Freedom Wars Remastered is out now. It came out yesterday on January the 10th, and there's a new trailer going over the game's system. So it features improved visuals supporting 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, adjusted game balance, and increased difficulty Deadly Sinner mode option, control customization features, updates to weapon crafting, and more flexible upgrading. And it says every beloved feature of Freedom Wars does return. It says master 3-dimensional combat using the Thorn to quickly traverse the battlefield and latch onto towering abductors, dismantle abductors to hardest parts and craftily upgrade your equipment, deep character customization with dystopic chic clothing options, create your own accessory, a customizable android companion who will join you on your missions to aid in battle. Take it all online to hunt abductors with friends in cooperative gameplay, engage in casual player versus player matches with custom battle rules. So something that I did want to talk about this game, because I think that it's interesting, is that this game is a Sony property. I made a video earlier this week talking about Sony-owned IPs. Games like Legend of Dragoon, Legend of Legaia, Pueblo Croix, Wild Arms, all those games that Sony owns that they've just kind of like left in the dust. This was one of their games. This is a Sony-owned IP. And I want you to notice that Sony themselves isn't putting this out. They have, I guess, licensed this out or allowed Bandai Namco to take it over. So this could be another option for them to go. And also, I want you to notice that it's also coming out of the Switch. Even though this is a Sony-owned property, it's coming out on a Nintendo system. So this could be the future for some Sony IPs. Not only allowing other companies to publish them to get them out the door, but also to allow other consoles to have them as well. So this is pretty cool. One of my favorite indie RPGs ever made, 8-Bit Adventures 2, is getting a physical release for the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch over here on Limited Run Games. It is $34.99. It is in pre-production right now. It looks like there isn't any sort of like deluxe edition. There's only a standard edition available, but for $35, that's a really good deal for this game. I made a review on this game. It is fantastic. If you're a fan of like old school RPGs and things like that, turn-based RPGs, world maps, treasures, all that kind of stuff, airships, all that kind of good stuff, then you're definitely going to want to check this one out. I will leave a link to this down below in the video description as well. There is an Xbox Developer Direct set for January the 23rd, which has an in-depth look at Doom, The Dark Ages, South of Midnight, and then it goes and more. But the and more is actually what I want to focus on, because I don't care about Doom, Dark Ages, or South of Midnight. I do care about Claire Obscure Expedition 33, though. That's what I care about, the and more. So it says that it's going to get a behind the scenes at their studio to shed some light on the development of the game, the studio's debut new incredible RPG. The team will share more about the game's creation and they plan to deliver an incredible story in a gorgeous fantasy world. It looks amazing. And then there's also a surprise location to see another studio's brand new game as well. I wonder what that could possibly be. So yeah, I am looking forward to this. Hopefully this is exciting. If not, at least there will be, Claire Obscure, which is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Xbox players can expect Japanese AAA exclusives in the future, Phil Spencer says. Yeah, we're currently developing new games in collaboration with Japanese companies. That is great. So it says, in an interview with Game Watch, Spencer was asked if Xbox would eventually get uniquely Japanese AAA titles such as Lost Odyssey or Blue Dragon. They mentioned those specifically, instead of just getting Xbox versions of Japanese games that are also on the PlayStation or Switch. So they're basically saying, hey, are there going to be any exclusives on the Xbox? When asked if it was difficult for Xbox to meet these expectations, Spencer replied, no, not at all. I think that you can expect that. Hey, awesome. There are also some Japanese game creators who are part of Microsoft Game Studios, and while there are titles that we can't announce yet, we are currently developing new games in collaboration with Japanese companies. With further growth, including first-party and third-party, I believe that you can look forward to the arrival of even more Japanese titles in the future. Maybe this is one of their little question mark titles that they were just talking about in the previous story. Hopefully. Overdungeon is now available on Switch. This is Pocket Pair's first ever release. They are, more famous for Pal World, but now their first ever game is coming to console, is coming to the Nintendo eShop for $15, they have announced. It says, this is a completely new style real-time card game that has combined elements from roguelike, tower defense, and card games, which is full of random elements and easy to play. To defeat formidable enemies and clear the dungeon in the end, you need a deck of powerful cards. Alpaca, Dog, and Grand Chicken Coop. Which one is your Joker? Play it out. So yeah, it's a card game, roguelike, whatever. If you're a fan of this developer, then you might want to go ahead and check it out. This thing looks really freaking cool. If you're a fan of grid-based strategy RPGs, you want to check this one out. It says, Mercenaries Lament, Requiem of the Silver Wolf for PC launches on January the 23rd. It's currently already available for the PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch, but looking at that picture right there, you can see what I'm talking about. It's very Final Fantasy Tactics inspired. So let's see, it says, several years have passed since a mysterious disease with no cure quickly spread across the continent. Those infected would suffer a horrible fate of turning into zombies after their death, mindlessly attacking the living. It has become the norm for hired mercenaries to spend countless days clearing the lands of the undead. Such as a mercenary is Johann, captain of the Silver Wolf Mercenary Company. He's paid a visit by the Grim Reaper and narrowly escapes its blade of death. But the Reaper leaves him an eerie prophecy. In the next 100 days, your luck shall run out, and that shall be the day of your fate. After awaking from delirious slumber, he is met with a young woman with miraculous powers that can heal people from disease. Was his encounter with the Grim Reaper but a nightmare? This thing looks really cool. I'm definitely going to have to check this one out. Eldin Ring Night Rain closed network test registration is now available. It's playable in 5 3-hour windows from February the 14th through the 16th. Oh, right when I'm going to be on my cruise to Mexico. Lovely, thanks. Thanks, Namco Bandai. Okay, anyway, so there we go. It says that it's going to be across the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. So yeah, this is a standalone multiplayer cooperative action RPG survival game God, that's a mouthful. Look at that. That's a freaking mouthful right there. Set in the Eldin Ring universe. So this is not DLC. This is not an expansion. This is its own standalone game. And then it has the start times and end times of each little play session or whatever. So if you want to, take part in this, then be sure to go ahead and sign up. Looks like Monster Hunter Wilds is doing the same thing as Eldin Ring Night Rain. It says, Monster Hunter Wilds' second open beta test is set for February the 6th through the 9th, and then February the 13th through the 16th right there. So they have second open beta test right there. All the times are listed. It says, the beta test will feature content included in the first open beta test, as well as Gypceros as a huntable monster. Users will also be able to carry over their character creation data from the first test. Users who will take part in the test will receive special bonuses that can be redeemed in the full game, including a decorative charm for your weapon or secret, and an item pack. This is due out for the PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on February the 28th. AI Limit has opened up pre-orders, and there is a new demo available for it as well. Standard editions are priced at $34.99. This is coming out for the PlayStation 5 via the PlayStation Store and PC via Steam. So this looks like it's going to be digital only right here. There is a deluxe edition. I don't know why anybody would ever buy a deluxe edition of a digital game, but whatever. So that is available. Let's see what this game is about. It says, the new trailer showcases new scenes of Heavenswell, the last city of humanity, depicting an ongoing conflicts between the various factions. Hunters and scavengers roam the ruins, constantly fighting for a glimmer of hope from the city's true master, the Church, and the Necro. AI Limit sees players take up arms in the post-apocalyptic wasteland of Havenswell as an Orisa, an immortal blader. Facing formidable enemies in various factions, players must navigate the ruins of the edge of civilization's extinction, seeking the truth behind its destruction. I don't know, I can't talk today. My tongue is all tied. Astral Shift announces Hellmaiden, an original retelling of Dante's Divine Comedy, and this is from the studio behind Little Goody Two Shoes. So maybe Square Enix will publish this. Who knows? They've published Little Goody Two Shoes, so who knows? Anyway, let's see. It says platforms, a release window, and details about the game's content were not announced, but Astral Shift did confirm that it will branch out from the familiar horror RPG genre of its previous titles. So it's not going to be horror, it's going to be something else. It says that they will be sharing regular updates on its Twitter and Blue Sky, including character reveals, the game's genre, mechanics, and development progress. So we don't really know anything else about it right yet. Oh, look, there I am. Interesting seeing me on an upcoming video right there, but yeah, so let's see. Just some pictures from the trailer and whatnot and all that. That looks kind of cool. Dragonkin The Banished launches in early access for PC on March 6th, and the full release is to follow on consoles as well as PC, and it will be coming out for the PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. It says, hack and slash fans will be able to discover an ancient world dominated by dragons and battle hordes of enemies. In this original adventure, which can be played alone or in cooperative play with up to 4 players, players will choose one of 4 available heroes, with their own abilities and combat techniques, and set off to explore several environments, each with its own monsters, resources, and challenges. Gradually, they'll develop their character through a skill grid called the Ancestral Grid. This is a truly unique mechanic that requires players to build their own skill tree by strategically placing fragments obtained during gameplay, juxtaposed with multiple modifiers. Each hero has their own grid that offers endless combinations to create a truly unique character and combat style. Another major element of the game is the city. As humanity's last bastion, this city is a true evolving hub, allowing players to upgrade their equipment, interact with NPCs with unique abilities, and customize their experience with visual improvements. Co-op creature riding action RPG Corridon for PC launches January the 29th. It says defeat bosses to transform into them. Corridon offers a fun twist on shapeshifting. Defeat a beast to be able to transform into it. The change is smooth and effortless and gives you access to a whole new set of abilities. But the true essence lies in Corridon's combat. Discover fun elemental combinations, stack effects, and enjoy action-packed skirmishes against a pack of beasts. Additionally, Corridon encourages players to embark on adventures together with friends to explore locations overtaken by wildlife, solve environmental puzzles, and uncover hidden treasures. Give it a try. So this reminds me a lot of Threads of Fate or Dew Prism, if y'all know what that is. I don't see how this is so unique or whatever, because they did it back in the 90s with Threads of Fate, but whatevs. And there was dual heroes with dual different powers and everything else too. Man, Threads of Fate needs It needs a remake. I'm not going to say a remaster because, God, there were some chapters in there. Chapter 3 comes to mind. Ugh, what a nightmare. There's this nightmare's platforming thing that was happening during it. And it was god-awful. But, yeah, I do want to say that, like, a remake would be good, or a sequel. I would love to see a sequel. I'm kind of over the whole remake thing, because it feels like this is a year of nothing but remakes and remasters, and, like, yeah, those are great, and I love them, but I want to see something new. I want to see a sequel. Let's get a sequel to Threads of Fate out there. Dokapon Sword of Fury is coming to the PC in English. The remaster first released for the Switch in August in Japan. And God, I cannot stop looking at this kid's hair. Like, it reminds me of Guile, but just tragic. Like, it is so freaking bad. His hair is about 8 times the size of his face. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's so freaking tragic. It looks like one of those, like, knives that you, like, rock back and forth to cut vegetables with or whatever. Like, it's so stupid looking. Anyway, we don't have a release date for this, but the game is a remastered version of a 1998 PlayStation game that only released in Japan. So it says, engage in good-natured fighting with soon-to-be ex-friends. The ultimate relationship-ruining board game RPG is back, where the best way to succeed is to play dirty. Spin the wheel and set off an exciting adventure with your friends. Defeat monsters, purchase weapons, and level up, just like in an RPG. Once you've gathered enough strength, face off against powerful bosses in epic fashion. Your journey will take you across a wide, diverse world. Just don't forget that your true goal is to get filthy rich. Money is everything. Anything goes, as long as it lines your pockets. And as long as you're cool with it. Will you walk the path of thievery and plunder, or will you hold firm to your morals? Will you join hands with your friends, or will you plot to betray them? It's dealer's choice around these parts. This actually looks kind of cute, if I do say so myself. And I mean, it being a port of a PS1 game, that's kind of right up my alley. Like, that's totally my thing. I am a retro gamer at heart, after all. But, like, I don't know. It looks kind of cool. I'll have to check it out. Ghost of Tsushima Legends anime has been announced. It will be premiering on Crunchyroll in 2027. It says, Takanobu Mizuno, who directed the Star Wars Visions episode The Duel, will direct the series at production studio Kamikaze Duga. Well, Gen Obuchi is writing the story composition. The anime will be produced in collaboration with Aniplex, and Sony Music will serve as music and soundtrack partner. Together, the companies aim to bring the series' traditional samurai aesthetics to life with cinematic storytelling and striking visuals. And we've got another one. Horizon Zero Dawn film has been announced. It's currently in the early stages of development. It says PlayStation Productions and Columbia Pictures have announced a movie adaptation of the PlayStation game Horizon Zero Dawn. It's currently in early stages of development. No further information was announced, but we do know that it is coming. And in our final story, Final Fantasy VII director would love another movie based upon the game. Yoshinori Kitase would love to see a Final Fantasy VII film or TV series. Yeah. I was thinking at first, I was like, oh no, not another Spirits Within. God, I saw that in college. What a train wreck. But no, this would be a movie or a TV show based upon Final Fantasy VII. And I could totally get behind that. It says, series brand manager Kitase, who directed Final Fantasy 6, 7, and 8, and is currently serving as producer on the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy, was asked about the potential for a movie or TV adaptation during a recent interview. We don't have anything officially planned, so this is just strictly my personal sort of wish, but yeah, I've heard about various Hollywood directors and actors playing Final Fantasy VII, and also many creators respect the title. I've been hearing things about creators out there who are very interested in the property, who love the Final Fantasy VII universe, he continued. And so yeah, I'd personally love to see something that comes out of these creators, in terms of like cinematic or some sort of visual piece. So yeah, that's so freaking cool. That's Kitase right there, and I got to meet him and take a picture with him and everything, and it was so cool, and I loved it. But anyway, that's it for the news. Hope that y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about in next week's episode. Tell me in the comments, and as always, have a good day.